Good morning everybody, Josh here, back with another prepared 3D version 4 video this morning. I'm hoping you're going to notice a few differences in the way this video is done straight away this morning. As you may be aware if you follow me on Twitter, the upgrade, or Discord for that matter, but the switchover of internet for me is now completed, so I have far better internet going on now. Which means I can upload quality videos, videos in a much better quality. So hopefully, with any luck, I know I've had a couple of comments across some videos commenting on the like washed outness of the videos. Hopefully that is now going to be fixed with any luck, and hopefully there's no longer going to be any sort of an issue. You're not going to see any sort of loss of quality with any luck. Now, that being said, this is going to really challenge me because I kind of know what format I want to do this video in my head, but I've not written anything down, so that combined with it being really early in the morning is probably not good. And it is early in the morning. It's 6:38 in the morning, local time at the moment. I'm on the ground at Gatwick in the PMDG 737-800 today. This is Golf Tango Alpha Whiskey in the TUI Air. Well, the TUI livery. So yeah, this is Thompson. Then this is TUI. Well, I should know this. TUI 4602 or TUI Jet 4 Delta Juliet from London Gatwick down to Alghero or however you say it, down in Italy today. We've got a flight time of, I believe it to be 1 hours 54 minutes, block time of 2:22. We're cruising flight level 350 today. We've got a zero fuel weight of 60.8, a takeoff weight of 69.6 tons. We are taking on board today, according to the flight plan. Let's have a look. I can find it. We're taking 184 passengers today, apparently. No cargo on board today either. So, I'm going to jump into the flight deck here, and I'm just going to close these doors because catering is moaning at us, and that'll be set for that. And I suppose now we're in here, I suppose we can just get going straight away. So first things first is we'll align the IRSs. This is going to really test my brain because it is very early in the morning for me. But why not? So they're on a line, so the yaw damper can now come on. Fuel pumps can stay off as they are for a minute. The electrical panel is already set, I've done all that. External power is good. Buses are fine. That's okay for a minute. You can on the emergency lights, the chime can come on. Fueling and payload is loaded, so the seatbelts can come on as well. The window heaters can come on. Pitos can stay as they are. The hydraulics can stay as they are. The ignition's off. The packs can come on, the isolation valve to auto, cruising 350, so I'll set that now, and then all the lights can also stay as they are. So now the catering service is complete, we can go with boarding straight away, I think. I've installed some new sounds from a Facebook group, New GSX Sounds or something. I can't remember the actual name of it. I'll leave a link to it in the description below, but it basically changes the voice on of GSX. It's far better, so that's what you can hear there. We are on VATSIM as always today, 122.8 Unicom, no ATC at the moment. There's not going to be at this time in the morning. 2000 on the transponders, no point testing it because it will not work. So we can come over to the FMC, and we can check that's all okay, which it is. So Echo Golf Kilo is our reference airport for today. Stand 5-4, was it 5-2? I went on 5-2. I can't remember. Actually, I should probably note that I'm not running GSX version 2. I'm on the version 1 of GSX. I won't buy GSX V2. It seems like a waste of money for the minute. It just seems pointless. It's just unnecessary effects in my eyes. Well, it's not unnecessary, but they've done it really badly, so whatever. We can load in a company route, Gatwick to Alghero. Runway 26 left is in use this morning. And we are Tomjet 4 Delta Juliet, so that can go in there. We can depart 26 left. We're on the Bognor 1 X-ray this morning, and we can then activate and execute all of that. In the performance, we can double tap the zero fuel weight. We have a reserve today of 3.1, so that can go in there. Cost index of whatever you like. I actually don't know what 2 we use, so I'll just use 36 again. And 350 goes in there. Now, I will need to click out to check ActiveSky and check the top of climb winds, which are, when I can find them, top of climb is 304 at 57. That can go in there. And the temperature up there today is minus 53. Which can go in there. 6,000 feet is also the transition altitude for that as well. And that can go in there. N1 limit today, we do have a D rate. We're D rating to 22 and 70 degrees. We'll use climb 1, and that gives us 83.1% on the N1. Takeoff, flaps 5. We can double tap the CG in. I did not want to do that. We can put in the wind, which this morning is 230 degrees at 2 knots. No runway slope. 3,000 is the acceleration height, and 1,500 will be our engine out acceleration should we lose an engine. So they can all go in there. We can double tap the V speeds, which is 150 to set in the MCP. 258 goes into the heading, which is runway heading, and 6,000, which is the initial climb for the Bognor 1 X-ray. The QNH this morning is 1019, so we can put that in there. And we can go left flight director, right flight director, LNAV and VNAV. We can put the VOR needles up on both sides. On the right we'll take terrain, data and traffic, and on the left we'll take data, traffic and also weather very shortly. And now that the iris is aligned, we can also test the transponder, which can go in there like so. Auto brake can also go to RTO as well. And that is about all we need. We can fire up the APU now, put the left forward fuel pump on as well. We may as well do that.
Baggage handling is complete and the aircraft is clear, sir.
Perfect, so the bags are complete, so we can start shutting all the doors now. So we can close all the main doors, we can close all the cargo doors. We can set the parking brake, and then we'll go over to here, and then we'll remove everything in a minute once the APU is up, which it should be in a moment's time. I'm going to be landing, well, we're UK2000 for Gatwick, Gatwick scenery, sorry, this morning. We're going to be landing into default scenery, I'm afraid, which I never like doing, but unfortunately I'm a little bit broke at the moment, so buying add-on sceneries for me really is not an option at the moment. So unfortunately for the time being, you are going to start seeing some more default scenery on the channel, and there's really not much I can do about that, so my apologies on that. I've just switched over the buses now, so we can ditch the ground power, and we can actually ditch all of that stuff now, and we can now just put that over onto the takeoff page. So, pushing back, I think we'll go nose to the right, because then we can just, or actually, no, we'll go nose to the left, because that way I know we can make it down Papa. So I'll go nose to the left this morning. Nose left. We do not want to start the engines prior to pushback, and we can also get rid of the jetway now as well. I did not want to do that. And all the remaining fuel pumps can come on now as well. Go to APU. The anti-collision light can come on. And that is us pretty much set up, ready to go. It should be quite a nice departure this morning. 6:32 was the sunrise for Gatwick, and it's 6:46.
Traffic while the tug's positioning. Be pushing back in a couple of minutes. Parking brake on, please.
And then we can verify the parking brake is set, which it is. These are the new voices I'm talking about, by the way. As I said, I'll leave a link to the their Facebook where you can download their sound mods and stuff. It's all really easy to install. It's just drag and drop, so whatever. it's a lot better than the D4 GSX, let's be fair.
Tuck is in position, bypass pin is inserted. Apron's now clear, ready to push. Release parking brakes, please.
We can release the parking
Clear
brake.
behind, commencing push. Engine's clear, start at your discretion.
We can start the clock. And we can turn the packs off. And we can, first of all, switch the lower ICAS on to engine. And then we can whack number 2 on. So, same as last video, or same as you always do in a 737, we have N2 online, and at 1% we've got N1 online, waiting to 2.5%, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is achieved, so fuel can come in. Cloudy morning this morning. That looks really nice actually. Okay, so that was the starter out there. We'll wait for the red marker to go out, which it has. And we can now start engine number 1. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Clicked it by accident. Well, I say I clicked it by accident, kind of clicked itself. 1% online now. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the fuel can come in.
Push now complete, set parking brakes please.
Parking brakes are set. And that's the starter out on there as well. So I'll just wait for the tug to disconnect. And once he's disconnected, we'll turn all the hydraulics and whatnot on.
Tug disconnected and clear, bypass.
So like that. So Peter heats can come on. That can come on. The hydraulics, sorry. The packs can come on. We can switch the buses over. We can ditch the APU now. And we can also go flaps 5. So flaps 1, flaps 2, flaps 5, and set the trim to 5.35 units. Right there.
Left is clear, right is clear, disconnecting now. Have a good flight. Bye-bye.
Perfect, so that's the flaps deployed. So we can whack the taxi and turn-offs on now. Ignition switches to continuous as well. And job is a good one. So, in terms of the taxi, it's really easy, even for Gatwick. It's just left Papa, Alpha November, Alpha 3, 26 left, take off, fly, land, jobs are good. Easy. Bit of power. We can turn the TCAS on as well now, I suppose. It's not going to kill anyone if it's on or off, to be honest, so that's fine. And the weather radar can also come on now as well. A lot of power this morning, which is impressive because we're relatively light. Beautiful. K. That looks rather nice, that shine on the wing. Oh, there's another TUI there. So we need to make a turn here. No, we don't. What am I thinking? Completely lost my bearings then, that was weird. Okay, so Alpha November, which is the one that bleeds off to the left here. There. That's Alpha Sierra for Alpha 2. Is that TUI taxing? I think he is, isn't he? Is he taxiing or not? I don't look like it, so I'm going in front because I'm already in the turn. So, Alpha 3, which is where we need to be. Is he taxiing or not? Oh, he's just started his taxi. Okay, so the approach path should be clear. There's only one arrival into Gatwick and it's not yet, which it is. So, landing lights. Tell the cabin crew to sit. This is going to be one nice departure this morning. I've been hyped for this flight all night, so it's pretty good. Okay, so we can start the clock. 40% with the power. Keep it rolling, of course. Should probably arm the auto throttle, actually. Stable. Toga. And it's 82.3% N1 power set. And there's 80 knots. V1.
V1. Rotate. V2.
My God, that was close. Positive regular up. Well, you pay for the whole runway. You use the whole runway. Damn. I don't know what happened there. Let's bring the pitch of the plane down a little bit. Let's have a look. That is nice. That is really nice. Look at all the trees though for autumn, which is not good. And I managed to cut the sound then. That was good. Okay, so autopilot in. unable 250 knots. Well, that's easy. We can just delete that. And that'll fix that. We can set that to progress, set that to progress. That can come off. Auto brake off and gear off. Stay as it is. Okay, so no ATC. You can reset MCP flight level 350 and just spam the out unit event a bunch of times to clear the restrictions. Take flaps 2 as well now. Look at that for a departure. Look at that, with Gatwick in the background. That is so nice. Take flaps 1 now. And we'll climb to a level, so standard pressure. Look at that for a departure. Flaps can also come up now. Oh, mate, that looks so nice. That is nice. Okay, so we can turn the lights off. Ignition switches. And that leaves us pretty much there, I think. So, we'll climb into the cloud. Oh, and there's another plane there. Is he on the same departure? Rip. Okay, well, let's go direct Bognor. And hopefully that'll fix this issue. I don't know what it is, I can't see. It is a TUI 737. That is not the TUI that just took off, is it? Please tell me he did not take off straight away. Look at him go. There's one easy way to answer this. Yes, it was the same guy. What an absolute moron. Nice one. Anyway. Hour and something to go. I can't remember. It's 7 in the morning. We're over the south coast of England. It is a beautiful morning. And I shall speak to you when we're a little further away. Down to Alghero. I really don't know how you say it, so I'm going to stop saying it. Speak to you in a bit. Okay, everybody, we're back in the descent here, over down into Alghero. I did actually try and record the, well, me setting up the arrival while we're in the cruise, but I did it all, set all the arrival up before realising that OBS had spiced me and not recorded it, so rip and sorry about that. We're on the PLOS 2 Bravo arrival today, with the epoxy transition. You're meant to head all the way out to the Alghero VOR, but I've gone direct to epoxy. So that's left us a little bit high, 3,500 at the moment. We're 280 knots, 8,000, 3,500 above profile. Speed brakes are out. And we'll start slowing down. We'll start slowing down in a minute. We're making it up nicely, so with any luck we should be okay. For that. 297 feet today is the minimum, 1018 QNH at the moment, 6,000 at transition, landing flap 30, 148, landing 153 on the speed tapes and whatnot today. So, we are just over 15 miles out, plenty of room to slow down. Yes, it's achievable. Do not be worrying. It's coming down nicely. So I think maybe I should have gone out and back in, but whatever. Just giving us a little more room that way. In fact, I'm going to do that. Let me make like a sharp left or something to 060. We're below 6,000 now, so standard pressure on 1018. And let me bring that turn to like 035 or something. I want to do something where, like, yeah, like that. That's what I want to do. And then we can essentially fly back around through the localizer and establish that way. Is essentially what I want to do. Let's, like, put that on center or something. In fact, to be honest, the way I've done that, we may as well just do a full loop. So, that's not what I wanted to do at all. So we can bring that in, we can now bring the speed all the way back. And actually we'll keep the speed brake out while we do that. And although we're low, what we can use is now we can use that to our advantage with the room we've got on this turn. And swing it back round and get it all under speed and whatnot. So we can bring that back round. In fact, I could just go direct epoxy. The heading today, final approach course is 203, so that's what we need to establish on. So, whack that in, gives you the infinite line, which is always handy. So, below 240 knots, we'll go flaps 1. Start slowing us down to 191 knots. Got 4 tons of fuel on board, obviously all the lights, seatbelts, all on, whatnot. Can't really see much on that view. That's a nice shine on the water there. Okay, so we can carry on bringing that around. In fact, we can go back into LNAV now. Well, wrong button, we'll just re-put in epoxy, like that. So we'll continue out with flaps 2. Shakes us down to a 185. We're using auto brake 1 today, as I said, and flaps 30, and 148 is VREF, so we'll land at 153. There's basically no wind down there today. It's 0 at 2 at the moment, apparently. So all is good. We'll vacate with any luck unless something goes dramatically wrong by Charlie, which is about 3/4 of the way down the runway. 3,000 metres to play with, though, so, you know, plenty of room. You can actually now see the airfield just over there. As I said, sadly, default scenery today. Really not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. I'm not even sure if there's scenery for Alghero, to be honest, so yeah. Autogen doing its thing. It's pretty nice. So, we can go localizer, please. Okay, this is a bit spicy. The localizer isn't working. 110.15. Okay, apparently we have no localizer. So, what that means we're going to need to do is, what is it? It's a... What's the descent path on that? It's a 3-degree glide path. So, if you do... Is it current speed divided by QNH? No, it can't be. I can't remember what the calculation is. RIP. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Makes things a bit simpler. Aircraft is mine. You know what they say? When in doubt, fly it yourself. So, flaps 5 now. And 203 can go in the heading. And I think 3000 is go around. Yeah, it is. So that's fine. Let's get the descent rate going a little bit. Like so. Is checked. Try and kill this drag. I'm going to go for a slightly odd configuration and use flap 10. I just want to kill this drag. And we'll also gear down and flaps 15. Can come out as well now. So that should fix all of that. Bring the speed brake in and arm that. And now we're a bit below the profile. I can now use that to my advantage and bleed off the speed. So we'll continue out with flaps 20. And now we can speed into vent to 153. And it can stay there. Take flaps, what was that, 25? I said 20, didn't I? So we can now go flaps 30. And that's all we really need. Let's get a bit of up trim going here. There we are. Take the auto throttle out as well. It's a very small airport, Alghero. I'm kind of sad that I haven't got scenery, but you know, I've explained the reasons. Okay, so 2 reds, 2 whites. It's always good. Do you know what would be really nice? You know, Orbex did their package, their VFR airport packages, and it basically gives you like light versions, if you like, of all the VFR airports. Wouldn't it be great if Orbex did something like that, like a global thing or something like that for like major airports, where it just like corrected the taxiways, corrected the textures a little bit? Wouldn't that be brilliant? If somebody could like pull off a little bit like what Orbex did with VFR. That'd be so nice. That would be a massive hit. Like, that would be well worth your time and effort. Because you'd make a lot of money off something like that. Okay. That's checked. This is a really nice approach. This is done perfectly. This is some good fan flying today. Coffee is life.
Approaching minimums.
Continue. What a landing that was! Okay, idle reverse. Auto brake doing their thing. Okay, well there's Charlie. We didn't quite vacate by Charlie like I wanted to, but whatever. 60 knots reverses out, 40 manual brakes. Keep it rolling. Welcome to Alghero with a landing rate of -122. How about that? Right, so auto brake can come in. Sorry, auto brake can come in. Auto brake can come off. Spoilers can come in. Flaps can come in. We'll turn the weather radar off. The flight directors off. The landing lights can come off. Taxi on. Ignition switches. We'll leave the strobe until we're off the runway. APU start. And off the runway we can hold the clock. That was a really nice approach. Not sure why the ILS never idented. I'd imagine that's something to do with the scenery. But it doesn't really matter anyway, because it turned out to be quite a nice visual approach. So, okay, strobes now to steady. Switch that to that. And I suppose we can just swing it in anywhere down there, really. Now, apparently there's some remote stands here somewhere, and I'm under the impression that TUI use remote stands quite a lot, so we'll try and find one of them if we can. Let's have a look at the charts. The sound will go off, but whatever. Something down there. K. Cool, so APU is now on. That's all good. Just cancel that, it's only to do with the dual bleed, that's absolutely fine. Transponder can come off now as well, we do not any longer need that. A lot of flying for me today after this video goes up. I'm returning this, well, once obviously this video ends, I'm doing the turnaround back to Gatwick. And then I'm going to go and fly an A319 out of Copenhagen for our Copenhagen event that's going on today, all day. Ding-a-ling. Honestly, it's one of the most annoying features I've ever seen on Windows. Cool, so we'll taxi up Golf. Around like so. Easy. And I'm going to assume that there are actually remote stands over there. Yeah, there is. I think PMDG's got that sound bug again. Yeah, it did. We'll go and take this remote stand actually. This is like stand summing. I don't know. But whatevs. That was abysmal. So we can whack that there. They can come off. The APU is on. Transfer the buses. And can shut down the engines. And then we can stop the clock there at 2 hours and 3 minutes. And the anti-collision light can come off as well. We can request deboarding. Like so. Hydraulics can come off, pitot heats can come off. I'm going back so everything else can stay on with the exception of the fuel pumps. Like that. So we will open the doors. FS actions, doors, open, open, and open, open. Ground connections, we'll set the chocks. And some ground power and some air conditioning so I can then shut down the APU. So then I can refuel the aircraft back to Gatwick. Sujal. Sugal? How on earth do you know? Sujal. Società di Gestione Aeroporto Alghero. I have no idea what that means, but I could probably figure it out. And there is a bus going through. Good one, GSX. Nice one. Whoa.
Baggage handling is complete and the aircraft is clear, sir.
No, it's not! It's still unloading bags! It's quite funny. Anyway, that is it from me for today's video. Don't forget that from tomorrow, I will be streaming over on my Twitch channel, Josh_Rakehurst. Obviously, as always, there's been the last couple of videos. Links to all of that will be in the description below. I am live from 1200 Zulu, or that's 1300 BST, 1 PM local time, which is UK time for me. So be sure to tune in. I'll also post it on. I'll post when I'm live on my Twitter. I'll post it on some Facebooks as well. So whatever, you won't miss it. However, from today, that is it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until the next video, which will be next week now. Have a fantastic weekend. I hope to see some of the viewers that watch these videos over on Twitch tomorrow. Thank you very much, and goodbye for now.